Are we live?
It might be.
The secret, it's always that question. Are we live? Can you guys see us?
We're figuring stuff out at the beginning, and then we'll get the hang of it.
It says we're live. We are live.
I think we're live.
Maybe.
Okay, let me get this started.
Whoa. Interesting. So we're watching an ad on this video. Wait. It says we're live. We are live. Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Sorry guys, we're just trying to like get this going here.
And
there we go. Yay!
We're live here too.
Okay,
cool.
So we're just
all
gonna
over the place.
We're gonna go live. Oh, we're live on Facebook, and I'm gonna go live on Instagram as well. We're doing a three-way. Who doesn't love a three-way? Checking. And 3, 2, 1, and we're live on Instagram too.
Whoa, we're all over the place.
This is crazy. Check this out, Instagram. YouTube there, and Facebook there. There's our ring light. And then you guys. Fun.
Cool.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Hey.
We'll wait until more people join. I know that we're still figuring stuff out because we got like 3 streams going on. This is
and live chat has changed a little bit since we last did it. But it's exciting to be doing another live chat. We want to do more of these, so let us know if that sounds good to you. It'd be nice to always have a topic of discussion as well. Of course, we can answer any questions that are kind of a little off topic, but if we could try to stay on topic, I think it would be fun. Oh, there's so many comments everywhere.
Oh, I see.
I love it. I love it.
Dave is Dave is already living like a minimalist.
Oh yeah.
Which is great.
Dave is awesome. We just traveled with him in Europe, and he's building a little tiny home in a forest. Coolest guy ever.
Love it.
So we thought we would start off just by like updating you guys. A lot of you have been asking about the Airstream. So we have an update for you, and it's a really exciting one.
Dun, 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 dun.
While I eat my cinnamon hearts. This here is the best thing about Valentine's Day. Cinnamon hearts. Go ahead.
Yeah, so recently we found 2 people on Instagram, and we've been talking for a while, and they're Airstream renovators, and they're incredible at what they do. So they're going to give us a hand renovating the Airstream, which means it will be done in summertime. In a few months, it'll be done.
The plan was to get it done before Canada Day. So that's the goal, so that we can spend Canada's 150th birthday traveling across the country. And we want to go like everywhere in Canada, as many places as possible. We really want to explore our home, because for travelers to explore so many other parts of the world and forget about their own backyard. And that's what we want to, I guess we want to commit to, like exploring Canada in the next year. And what better way to do that than in an Airstream?
Yeah, I mean, we were juggling living abroad, getting a place here, or road, and living on the road was the most ideal choice for us. But that also meant that our whole lives had to fit into, you know, a little trailer or a little Airstream. So we have 200 square feet of living space, which is about the size of an average like living room, I would say.
Yeah, 200 feet long. Consideration, it's going to have a bedroom, a kitchen, a shower, like a bathroom, and all these other like livable spaces. And then we have to also think how to incorporate storage into this space as well. So we're not going to be able to have even as much storage as we think maybe we're going to have. It's probably not even going to be close to that. So we've really minimalized our life. And yeah, so we wanted to talk a little bit about that, and then we'll start answering some questions. So if you have any questions on any of the platforms,
yeah,
Instagram,
there's
Facebook,
a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
I want to say hi. Like, there's a laptop behind
Facebook.
you guys, and there's like Facebook going on.
Hey, Instagram. Hey, YouTube. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about why we decided to live in an Airstream and the process of minimalizing our lives, and how incredible it feels. I am a I love clothing. I'm obsessed with clothing. I love shoes, and it was really hard for me to get rid of a lot of my clothes, like the majority of them. But now I love every item of clothing that I own. So every day when I'm like, oh, what do I wear? It doesn't matter because I love every item I have. Whereas before, I didn't even know what I had. So yeah, it's been a really great process. It's been really healthy and cleansing. But let's kind of take it back a little bit to why we decided to live in an Airstream.
Well, it's just the freedom of living on the road, which is so exciting for us and so appealing. And being travelers, we kind of have to live out of backpacks or out of like small things anyways, so we don't really accumulate that much. But we lived in an apartment in Toronto for 5 years, and we had like couches and we had tables and we had all this stuff that we didn't need. So by getting rid of all that, we just felt so much lighter. And like I never understood what a minimalist was until the past like 3-4 months when we've been downsizing, and it's really changed our lives for the better.
Actually, a couple people are asking what an Airstream is. Do you have a picture on your phone? Maybe we can look it up. It's a metallic RV. It kind of looks like a spaceship. It's like a very iconic RV. It's metallic. It looks like a kind of like a metal, like a big bullet.
Yeah, it's the silver bullet.
The silver bullet. Sia's just gonna pull up a photo. So maybe we can hold it up. Yeah, here we go. This is a drawn version. But
so basically that is...
Show the Instagram peeps.
Okay, this is the Airstream. This is what we're moving into.
And Facebook.
I'm not gonna forget you guys up here. Okay, this is our Airstream, basically.
Yeah, so we're gonna be living in that when we're not traveling internationally. And so then when we decided to live in an Airstream, I wanted to live in a camper van for years. And the idea to live in an Airstream kind of came, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, or not even. It was, I saw a picture of one, and both Sia and I were like, Sia didn't want to live in a camper van, he wanted a little bit more space, and I thought that's a good idea. We're not just living in it, but working in it, traveling in it. So having a little bit more space than just a little tiny van would be nice. So we saw the Airstream, and just for fun, started looking online on like Kijiji, which is like a Craigslist in Canada, and found one, a 1976 Airstream, one of the first original Airstreams that were ever made. And we drove 6 hours or something, not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
And just bought it, and it ended up being a lot more work, as we were warned. These RVs or these Airstreams, you don't really know what to expect in terms of how much work is going to be needed on it until you start tearing things apart. And
it was a ton of work,
It's basically going to be completely brand new, except the shell of it. Yeah.
I've seen some good questions come up.
Yeah, let's get into that.
One of the questions was, did we sell our things or did we just give them away? And it's a combo of the two. So we realized that there were so many things in our lives that we just bought and accumulated and we didn't really need, or they were like put away in storage and maybe one day in the future we'll use it. Well, we got rid of everything that was useless to us. So we sold everything we could. Everything went up on Kijiji and tried to get sold. And that was great because then we made cash from that. And anything we couldn't sell, there was like a couch, there was appliances, there was a whole bunch of stuff we didn't sell. And we just donated it. And that helps people like get up off their feet. Yeah.
Habitat for Humanity, if you've heard of it. So it felt good to be able to give these, they were in great shape, these things that we no longer needed to someone who maybe needed it. But for the whole process, Sia, it has been a lot easier for Sia to get rid of things than for me. Do you want to maybe talk about what your mentality is when it comes to getting rid of things?
Yeah, getting rid of things is not easy, guys. Like I wouldn't even consider myself a true minimalist. Minimalist because I just kind of started this lifestyle, but I have minimized my life significantly, where now everything fits in like a tiny little room or a closet. Like I don't have too much. I always have a suitcase full of clothes and then a backup suitcase full of the rest of my clothes, and I don't have any more clothes. It's just like it's down to bare bones. But I love every item I have, so it's great because now all my clothes are my favorite clothes.
But you tend to not have an attachment to many things. You have attachments to people.
Yeah.
And maybe places. I don't know. You tell us. But not things. That you've never really been like that.
No, not really. I have no like real sentimental value to like holding on to something. There are a few key items that I feel connected to, like this medallion. I feel connected to this, but a lot of things I don't. Like shoes out, I can just toss whatever I'm not really using and donate it, and it doesn't affect me. Some people feel like, oh, those are my things, I can't get rid of my things, but yourself from that thing, and like, is it really adding value to you?
Yes, that's the key there. Is it adding value to your life? And if it's not, then why do you need it? It's just like taking up space, physical space and mental space. And you start realizing that right away, right when you start tossing things, that all of a sudden, not just like your physical surroundings are, there's more room and air to breathe, room to breathe, I should say, but your head becomes clearer. You feel lighter. And it's so wonderful, and I never expected to feel that way. It was challenging at first because I felt that everything did have meaning to me. Like I got most of my stuff I get from my travels, like clothing and items, decorations and stuff. So it was always justifying like, oh, I need this, or I'm gonna wear this eventually. But a lot of the stuff, like my clothing, I didn't even wear it for a whole year or 2 years. So I'm not gonna wear it in a year. I'm never gonna wear it. Like, let's face it. So if I was like considering, if I looked at an item and I was like, I'm not sure if I want this or not, automatically I just tossed it. And I don't even remember what I tossed now, because obviously it wasn't as important as I thought it was.
No, there's a few like really important items in your life, and you know those items. Even now, like you guys listening to this, there's like something in your room that means a little more than the other things. Keep those things because they mean more. So you just want to surround yourself with items like that have more value to you. Yeah,
it really feels good. And like minimalizing your life doesn't mean you have to get rid of everything. It's like, but just like kind of taking a look around and going, do I need this? Do I need that? Doesn't mean you have to like throw out everything or go as extreme as some people. And we're going to eventually have to downsize even more. Right now, our lives are in 20 of these bins.
Yeah, so this is important. How much stuff do we own? Everything.
So we have 20 of these bins.
Yeah, these guys right here. And so it's not too big.
Yeah, it's a fair amount. I mean, like 4 winter jackets fit in that, so. Yeah,
so this is including all of our clothes, all of our dishes, all of our pots and pans, all of our home decor, all of our bedding, all of our pillows, and miscellaneous random things like, I don't know, I have some swords. I like some swords, so I keep them. But this is pretty much our whole lives, 20 of these. And we're going to probably have to cut it down in half again, down to like 10 by the time we move to the Airstream, which will be in June, end of June. Okay, so let's go to some questions. First, let's go to, you know what, let's go to Facebook. Okay, Sheena, love watching you guys on your journey. What a lust for life. Sheena. Hey, Sheena. All right. Here we go. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Maybe let's go to here first. Hello to everyone. If you were just tuning in. Yeah. Today's chat. Hi. We're talking about minimalism and travel. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them in, and we will get questions answered on all the platforms here. I'd like to know Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'd like to know where everyone's from. Yeah, let us know. That's always amazing to see. I saw Israel. I think I saw Brazil, Trinidad.
Okay, so we got a question here. Are we gonna have any meetups this year? We'd love to have meetups with the Airstream. That would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have so many parties in this thing.
Oh my god.
We're gonna have like speakers and lights and maybe a microphone for singing, like just live music every night. You guys can come join us. We'll sit around the bonfire. I can't wait.
Yeah, we just went to the Live the Adventure Summit in England and got to hang out with some of you guys, and it was so much fun. We just like sang and hung out by the fire and chatted, and we want to do more with that with the Airstream as well. Cool. Oh, someone's from Iran, Germany. We've got Germany, Chicago, Philadelphia,
Cool.
Iran, Oklahoma, Brazil, California.
What?
Love it. Love it. We're from all over the place, guys. So great. All of us coming together to chat about travel and minimalism.
Yeah, and minimalism is kind of a way of life, but you can pick your own strand of minimalism. Some people might live in a small little apartment in a big city and be minimalist. It's just like having less in your life, and that gives you more time and more space for people. And a minimalist could also be someone in a tiny house, like on a huge piece of land, and they don't have that much. Basically, just minimizing your life so you can just maximize the amount of fun you can do and the amount of time you have.
Yeah, and you can put your money. Okay, this is a question, the most common question that I've gone over the years is, how can I afford to travel? A lot of you have asked that. How can I afford to travel? Not me, like you're asking for yourself. And if you save your money on just save it instead of spending money on the things that you really don't need, more clothes, going out to eat, just things that we just keep accumulating, right? Things that we don't need. You can put that money towards travel, or if the stuff that you do have and you want to start minimalizing your life, you can sell that stuff on Craigslist, online, on whatever platform, and the money you make from that you can put towards travel, which I think is so much more worth it than just having these things collecting dust everywhere.
Yeah. So what are your vices, let's say? Like your top 3 things that you spent money on.
That I wish I didn't?
Yeah, and you wish you didn't. You could spend more on travel, let's say.
Oh, you mean
or
things
maybe
that
before
okay,
you started.
Okay.
Like, what did you spend money on?
I think I'm always like spending money on clothing, on like things that are like clothing pieces that aren't that expensive, like I'm getting a good deal on, but then I end up throwing out less than a year into it. So that adds up. These deals end up adding up, and I'm spending more money when I could just get one item that's like super beautiful and gonna last me for years to come, and then save the rest of that money for travel. So I think that's a big one. Also eating out at restaurants, which I absolutely love, but I've been enjoying cooking at home more. So that saved some money. I'd say those are my main 2. How about you?
Eating out is huge. If you guys have ever like seen your bills from eating out, it's monstrous. I didn't realize we were eating out so often, but yeah, I think we could cut down on that for sure. And I'm a real big sucker for electronics. Like
yes, that's
like
true.
I love tech, and I will cut down on other things to like bring in more tech. So like I just got this like a smartwatch so that I could check messages and everything on the watch, which is cool because I love new technology. But I also know that now I will have to cut down in other aspects of my life for something else because I don't want to take up more room than I already have. I want like the same amount of space.
And that just reminded me, excuse me, I'm drinking kombucha. It's making me nervous.
It's really fizzy, super fizzy.
It is, but it's delicious. We've been using an app called Expensify. It's free, and it's awesome. You can keep track of everything you're spending, like all of your expenses. So every time that you buy something, you get a receipt. You can take a photo of that receipt, and it automatically documents it. And you get a list of everything you're spending money on, and it puts it in categories as well. It's great for taxes. You have everything organized, but it's also interesting to see where you're spending your money, and it's shocking, like how often you're buying things, and you just see like this huge list of all these receipts, and you're just like, and it just adds up and adds up. So I highly recommend if you want to keep track of your expenses to download the app. It's called Expensify again. It's really been helping us keep on track with things. We have a question here. What is the hardest thing that you've given up so far? And this is from Seth Sparakozum.
Hardest thing we had to give up so far?
Our place in Toronto for me. It was so perfect. I loved it.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah.
But maybe like a physical thing. Maybe that was more a question. Probably like a cool pair of shoes that I had. I had these like awesome pair of like really cool material shoes that I got in Turkey.
Oh, and yeah, like, those were really nice.
Yeah, like I didn't want to get rid of those, but they didn't fit. And frankly, I think I still have too many shoes. I would like to cut back. But the problem is,
can't think of it.
Like with shoes, you need shoes for every occasion. You need shoes for like winter and summer, and you know what? That's no excuse. I will cut down on my shoes.
You know what? For me, is appliances. I love cooking. So narrowing everything, I had like everything: ice cream maker, food processor, blenders, spiral maker, like everything. And now I have a blender, and I've been able to make pretty much everything in a blender. But it was hard to give up those appliances, especially the ice cream maker, even though I never used it. One day I was like, I'll use it, but I never did.
So we got a question: where do we store our stuff? Right now, we're in between moving into the Airstream. So the Airstream isn't ready yet, so we're not moving in yet. So right now we're storing stuff at Kristen's parents' house. So we have, like I said before, we have 20 of these, and they're full of all of our stuff. And that's where our stuff is being stored.
Someone's asking what's something we won't give up on each other. What? No. Well, that's true. But
I'd say
good question.
Music is very important to me. I'll always have like a good pair of speakers and a good pair of headphones, and I won't cheap out on good audio because I love music, and music like brings me to life.
There's a lot of things I wouldn't give up. Like, I mean, things that maybe I'll change that question a little bit. Something I won't give up, but I'm not using as often as maybe I should be, but I just will not let it go. It's my sitar that I got in India. I just will not give that away. Like, I know it's sitting there for the most part, but one day I do want to pick it up and learn. And it's just so beautiful, and it means a lot to me. So absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not.
No, I like it. I wish we had more space for it.
Someone's asking if you want. Oh, Oika. How do you say your name? I'm so sorry. Onika Traveler. I hope I said it right. How do you will you minimalize your food as well? Example: try raw, cut out certain foods. I've been doing that actually because of health reasons. I'm really sensitive to gluten that I've been discovering lately, and also dairy, which I didn't really have anyway. But I've been eating more vegan, raw, and it feels fantastic. So I think we're going to be very specific when we go shopping in the Airstream and just buy what we need for like the week.
Yep.
How about you?
I think that we're pretty good. Just less waste overall. Like, I don't want any waste. So the food we buy, everything needs to be eaten, and like no leftovers go tossed. So the whole point of this movement that we're making is to live sustainably and live off the grid. Our Airstream, it's a 40-year-old Airstream, but believe me, when we're done with it, it's going to be like a 2020 Airstream. It's going to be like a future Airstream. We're going to have solar panels. We're going to be off the grid. We're going to have like Wi-Fi hooked up everywhere we drive. It's going to be like a mobile studio, like a film studio and an editing suite and everything. It's going to be like the best friggin' hopscotch mobile ever.
We're gonna take it to like so many music festivals and just across Canada and then across the US as well. We want to meet you guys along the way, have meetups. You can check it out, and I'm just so excited for it. And it's getting closer and closer. It would be a year in total from when we bought it to when it's going to be done. I'm really excited about it. Okay, so we got lots of great questions on YouTube. Just gonna. Ooh, someone wants to know. Okay, going off the topic of minimalism a little bit, talking about travel. I guess they go together. How many countries have we been to?
You've
50?
been to a few more, so I'd say like 45 and 50-ish. Hello, Sarah from Israel. Shalom.
Facebook too. I keep forgetting. There's so many platforms on. If you guys are just tuning in, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we're on YouTube. So there's like all these wonderful questions coming in. We want to try to get to as many as possible.
I've just found out I'm gluten intolerant. Is it hard finding gluten-free foods while traveling?
Ooh.
That was Kelly B.
I find that it's not as hard to be gluten-free when you travel, and it's not as hard as you think to be vegan. But it is hard to be gluten-free vegan. You're limited. You are, but it's possible. And I was actually really surprised we were just in Italy, and I was like, I'm screwed, and I'm gonna miss out on like all these amazing like foods. It's Italy, my God. I'm Italian. My mom's from Sicily. Like I just love Italian food. But every restaurant had gluten-free pasta and pizza. So I think the world is like discovering that there are people who have allergies are eating a specific way, and they're very accommodating, which is wonderful to see.
Let's see. What other questions you guys have?
Are we coming back to Trinidad? I'd love to come back to Trinidad. I love Trinidad and Tobago. I want to go for Carnival. I was there for pre-Carnival. Went to 2 Machel concerts. Love Machel. So much fun.
I feel like we have to keep reminding people, if you are just tuning in, today's live chat is about minimalism and how Kristen and I have severely cut down our lives to be minimalists, and we don't own too much. We're going to be living out of a trailer soon, and just how we went about doing that, and any questions you have.
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention is, okay, so the deal I made with myself when it comes to clothing. If you're tuning in, I talked a lot about clothing because that's I love shopping for clothes. But the deal is, if I am going to buy something, an item of clothing, that means I have to get rid of an item of clothing. So it has to be really worth it. That's my new rule. I'm trying to stick to it.
Is that a new hat?
It is a new hat. But I mean... It means I gotta get rid of a hat, but Sia's been stealing my hats. Does that count?
No, that's sharing.
Actually, I've gotten rid of a lot of hats, so it's fine. Did we donate the stuff that we got rid of? We donated the majority of it, and the stuff that we couldn't donate, like they just wouldn't take it, we brought to the trash.
Yeah.
But it wasn't much, actually. A lot of it was donated, right?
Yeah, we're still cutting down.
So I'm going to YouTube now. So a lot of really
Toronto meetup. That would be fun.
Ooh, we should have a Toronto meetup. We're here for a little bit. Maybe we can arrange that. If you guys want a Toronto meetup and you're from Toronto, let us know by leaving a comment anywhere, wherever you're streaming from.
Yeah. We'll definitely have a meetup. Because we're traveling across the continent pretty much. We're traveling across Canada and then across the US with the Airstream. So we're going to have meetups as often as possible. And we'll keep people up to date on where we are. And if you want to drop by and hang out, you can do that.
Let's go to Facebook. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be, tracking all these comments. You guys are awesome. Did you
have to reduce your filming gear?
Ooh, good question.
That's a good question.
Not really, because our gear fits into this bag.
Most of our gear is in this bag.
This is a GoPro bag with their new one that just came out, and it's awesome. It's waterproof and fits everything.
Yeah.
Even one of our laptops.
So it's full of our Sony gear. This is like a brand new Sony RX100. No, not RX. A7S Mark II. And we got the 16 to 35 lens, which is awesome.
Really awesome. Our
Amazing.
next video that we just shot in Mont Tremblant was, the majority of it is with this lens, and it looks so good. But yeah, so we got this camera. Then we have RX100 Mark V, and then we have the DJI Phantom 4, which is not, so that's the only other camera piece that we have, or gear that we have.
I would say the Phantom is something I would like to cut down because the Mavic is so much smaller. And if I'm on the path to being like a minimalist, then something smaller is better. Even though the quality isn't like quite there to the Phantom 4, I think that the Mavic is a pretty like sweet option because it takes up no room.
And it's really light too. So we have to think of weight as well. But yeah, the Mavic looks pretty good. And the quality's pretty on point, right? Yeah,
it's pretty good. I would do it. Unless Sony comes out with a drone. Sony, if you're watching, if you come out with a drone, I'll use that. I would love to.
Okay, let's see here.
We should tweet Sony and be like, hey, make a drone.
Yeah, really. Going to Facebook. Are we going to be branding the outside of the Airstream? I don't know. I guess that's something we have to think about. Not too sure.
Branding on the Airstream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will. Yeah. There'll be a big hopscotch symbol on it. Oh, someone just said that the audio is better here.
Where's that?
Instagram than Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook has bad audio.
It's because you're all the way back there. Sorry, Facebook. I hope you can still kind of hear us.
But if you guys are here, you can come on over to YouTube and you can tune in on YouTube if the quality is a little better.
Oh, here's a good question from Ashley. So what about kids? If you decide to have them, are you planning to travel with them in the Airstream? Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? This question comes up a lot is if you guys decide to have kids, you're going to have to stop doing what you're doing. You're going to have to stop traveling. You're not going to be able to live in that Airstream. And we all just look at each other and go, why? Why not? Like, yeah, having kids is not going to change any of this. It's actually going to make it better. They're going to be like these little awesome adventurers that just come along with us and enjoy the experiences. We'll always make it work. Yeah. Always.
Some of my fondest memories as a kid was an RV trip I took with my family, like across Canada. Mm-hmm. And I remember that over any other trip. So that's what I want our future child's life to be like.
Absolutely.
Grow up in the Airstream and travel around and see all these cool things. And they'll make friends all over the place.
What better classroom than having the world? Yeah. I think that is the best way to learn about life and your own interests and what you like, what you don't like. You just learn about this whole world and the people, and it's about building connections and trying new things. And I think that is way better than sitting behind a desk writing essays. Like, I don't know. I feel like we would homeschool our kids. And yeah, anyways, that's something we can talk about in the future.
We can have a whole other live chat about like kids and travel, but that is something that we do want. We do want kids, and the Airstream is part of that plan.
Mm-hmm. We actually have an even bigger plan that goes beyond the Airstream that we kind of hinted at in a video. We are planning to build a community.
Wait, pause that. There was a very good question. Would you rather eat pizza or spaghetti? Pizza! Every time. Pizza.
Oh, man. Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. We can still be together?
We can still be together.
All right.
We're pizza. we order a pizza and that's it. But sorry, back to the community. We're going to be building a community.
Yeah. So the plan is, it's kind of like a 5-year plan. We want to buy land with a group of like-minded people who want to live in a community together. Commune, where we'd have our individual living spaces. The Airstream would be on that property, and then we would build communal spaces. And I really love the quote, "It takes a village to raise a child, and I want that for my future children for them to grow up playing outside and learning not just from Sia and I, but other adults as well, and having brothers and sisters from from our friends. I just think that's such a beautiful way of living.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun.
I think we're missing that in this world.
Yeah, everyone's
Community.
wanted to like move to the suburbs and get like their own house with their own driveway, their own car, their own everything, and then they sit in front of their TV on their couch, and nobody talks, no one interacts.
So like most of the people in North America don't even know their neighbors. You've never even said hi to them, and we're missing out on that. We are not meant to live by ourselves in this little tiny box. We're very social creatures, and we're supposed to live in communities. So
yeah.
And someone was asking where we're planning to do that.
That's up in the air.
Yeah.
I can't say. I have no idea.
We keep kind of like thinking of new places and then getting another idea. So
Yeah.
To be determined.
There's a good question. How did you get rid of your stuff, especially the sentimental stuff? So getting rid of things that are dear to your heart and close to your memories.
Great question.
I think that when you keep something and it has a sentimental value, the reason you keep it is for far in the future, one day you're going to find that thing and look at it and feel an emotion. That's really why you're keeping it. So I found that if I laid everything out that I had a sentimental value to, and I took a picture of it and just kept that picture, later on I can look at that picture and get the same feeling from looking at that item. I'm like, whoa, like remember that was so cool. I have no reason for it now, but I just like looking at it to trigger the memories of when it was useful to me. Yeah. That's important, and that's a picture that takes up no space.
Yeah. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's really difficult. But I find that the more I've been doing it, the easier it's been getting. I just keep asking the question to myself, is this item bringing me value? Does it bring value to my life? And if it doesn't, then I have to say goodbye to it, as hard as it may be. But in the majority of cases, after I say goodbye, I forget about it. Like I don't even remember what I just threw out. So that's the question that I keep asking myself. And on Facebook, Kyle asked, what do you envision your particular contributions to the community being?
Good question.
That's a great question.
What up, Kyle? I think I would be like helping coordinate the events that happen there. I think I naturally do that. So if we're like planning something big for the community, that would be like a way that I would input. And I think that I'm very adaptable to any like field. If someone needs carpentry help, I wouldn't say I'm a carpenter, but I think I'm a good like medium jack of all trades, that I could be of use in any element. And I love building stuff. I love putting stuff together.
You're really good at it too. I feel like you would be kind of like, you would definitely be the party planner. You would be like head of that. This guy knows how to throw the best parties ever. And we would have so many parties, festivals. So you'd be like head of that. But you're also good at so many things. So I feel like you would always be involved with everything, no matter what. Yeah,
I'm the fire starter. I would be in charge of that bonfire.
This guy can start a fire in like seconds, no matter what. He's just really good at it. He's so good. I would be like taking care of all the animals, because we would have a goat, a miniature pony, a potbelly pig, cows, and none of them would be for food or milk or whatever. They'd just be my friends.
I think if they died, that we could like eat the chicken.
No.
That's what I think.
You will not eat Fred.
Fred the chicken, if he dies of natural causes, we're having chicken for dinner.
No. Anyways, I would be the one protecting them from being eaten.
What do you guys think? Should I be, allowed to like?
You
cook
are
up
not
chicken?
Eating future Fred. Fred is our friend.
He is our Fred. and our friend and our food.
I would also be the cook too and gardener. I love cooking so much, and I'm also really good at like with my hands and building things. If you didn't know that, so I would be the treehouse builder because we would have tree houses.
People are saying don't eat the animals.
Damn right. That's right. Don't eat Fred.
I'm not killing him.
He's
I'm
not
saying
getting
he
his hands
died
on Fred.
of natural causes.
Don't you worry. I'll take care of those animals. Yes, animals. Thank you. Okay, so let's go now to YouTube.
What are your thoughts on alcohol and drugs? What are your thoughts on alcohol and drugs?
Oh, well, that's an interesting question to choose. Yeah.
Okay, next question. How big is the Airstream? It's pretty big. It's one of the biggest ones. It's 31 feet. So that's on the outside. The inside will be 27 feet by 8 feet. So it's a pretty good space. It's about 200 square feet.
Yeah.
And that's for your living room, bedroom, washroom. We're going to have a compost toilet.
Yes.
So everything is like off the
so
grid.
Excited about that. We might build our own compost toilet, or you can actually get compost toilets that divides the pee from the poop, and then you can use it for fertilizer. It's great. Okay, so let's go to Instagram. What? So this is a travel question. What was the best meal you've ever had anywhere you traveled to? Oh, that's such a good question. It's so hard.
Pizza in Guatemala, hands down. This woman
really good.
made the best pizza I have ever had, and she made it with so much love. It was the most delicious meal I've ever had.
We were with a few friends, and Sia made the comment that you can actually taste the love in the food, and we all were like, yeah, totally. Like you could.
Yeah.
It was just there's just so much passion put into cooking that pizza. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
For me, actually, comes to mind is when I was taking Buddhism. I was learning. I can't speak right now. Let's try this again. I took a Buddhism course in India, and it was a silent retreat, and part of that was to when you're eating to really focus on your food, like the textures, the flavors, like everything about it. And I had some of the best meals of my life then because I was so focused on what I was eating and nothing else. So the flavors were like nothing I had ever experienced before. It was cool. And it was just like basic food too. It was like vegetarian, a lot of vegetables, and grains and stuff. It was really good.
Okay, someone is asking will you ever visit Malaysia? Please do reply. I am replying. We have been to Malaysia. And we might go again.
We had one of the craziest adventures in Malaysia. We hiked through the rainforest by ourselves, spent the night in the forest, sleeping on this like wooden floor with rats and covered in blood because we got like eaten alive by land leeches. It was fantastic.
That was a great time.
It was actually fun after the
Someone
fact.
said, are you guys teaming up with Fun for Louie for the community? Maybe.
It's possible. I mean, we're good friends, and it's something that we both talked about, so I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
Well, I'll give you two options. One, we're on the community together. Two, there's two communities that you can visit.
Yeah.
And Louie will probably come stay with us. We'll probably go stay with Louie, and we'll have two communities.
Yeah.
Or one, which would
Never
be like just as awesome.
We've definitely been talking about it with them. That's all I'll say. All right. Let's go back to Facebook.
Let's see. This is tricky.
I know. This is tricky. What about Japan? Are we going to Japan? I would love to go this year. It's like top of my list.
Yeah. We really wanted to dedicate more of this year to seeing Canada.
Yes.
Because it is Canada's 150th birthday. So it's a pretty young country. And this is a big year.
Mm-hmm.
So all the national parks are free for anyone to go and visit. And we want to visit as many as possible and basically live outdoors as long as possible. So
yeah,
we want to see Canada this year. Have you guys been to Canada?
Yeah, and if so, where have you been, and where do you think we should go with the Airstream? Let us know. We want to, obviously, we love taking your suggestions into consideration. We do it all the time. A lot of you suggest like places we should visit, things that we should do, and we do them. So let us know.
Right now, we are in Canada.
Yes, we are in the Niagara region currently.
Yeah, so we're at Kristen's parents. This is not our room.
No, we're just floating.
We're borrowing it.
We're nomads right now.
Yeah, we live out of suitcases.
All right, let's see.
Miriam J said,
what about,
is anyone invited to the community?
Of course. Yeah, we want to have like events.
Yeah.
We want to have events where you guys can come and hang out and maybe have workshops. Like I've met several of you at different events, or even ran into you on the street in many places in the world, which is really cool. And you're all really cool. I just got to say that. This community is awesome and so open-minded and free-spirited. So I would love to get to know more of you.
Come to Newfoundland.
We will be back.
We will be back, yeah, for sure. We love it in Newfoundland.
Let's see.
Wow, there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot going on. Everywhere I look, there's like more comments.
I love it. You guys are awesome. Okay, where should we go? Let's see here. Let's go to YouTube. Have you been to Quebec City? We were just in Quebec. Not Quebec City, we're in Mont-Tremblant, but we've been to Quebec City. It was great city.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Right. Would you ever ship the Airstream to Europe?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, it's true, why not?
I wouldn't say no.
We plan on living in it, like, there's no end date, so why not?
Yeah, this is a whole new lifestyle choice for us. So we want to live on the road until we have land and build a community. Do you guys know of any good festivals? Like wherever you guys are, I really want to hit up a lot of festivals this year. So mainly I'd say like for people that are in Canada, US, we really want to see as many festivals as possible just because it's easier for us to drive around in the Airstream, park it there, go to the festival, and hopefully meet some of you while we're there.
Yeah, we are going to be going to Wanderlust this year. It's always like an option, which would be, I don't know if we'd go with the Airstream though, because I've heard pretty
gets
bad things in terms of it getting destroyed.
Yeah,
really sandy. I'd love to go though.
Really sandy. So I would hate to have sand like in every single crack. And
Electric Forest. Oh my God, we have been to Electric Forest twice. It is the best festival. So loving.
Yeah,
we love Electric Forest.
I love it, and we're probably going to Wanderlust in Quebec.
Yeah.
This year, so that will be very exciting.
Yeah, if you haven't heard of Wanderlust, check it out. It's several places in North America. And the workshops that they have are just incredible. It's like a very, it's a festival very much about self-exploration. And it's going to be amazing. I know it. I just feel it. Wanderlust Festival, yes. Some of you have gone. Woodstock Fruit Festival. Yes, I've heard really good things about that. I would love to go. I mean, I'll eat fruit any day. And a festival of it. Huh.
Someone's going to their third Electric Forest. So jealous.
I love it. Yeah, this year they're doing like 2 different weekends. So maybe we can hit up one of those.
If you guys are just tuning in here on Facebook, we're also talking live on YouTube
and Instagram.
So for you guys here, there's a lot going on if we stare like off screen.
Yeah,
but I love you, and I love you.
We're trying to all of your questions, so keep them coming. And this again, this video, we're trying to keep it on topic in terms of minimalism, but we will answer your travel questions too. But if you have any questions in terms of living in a tiny home, which we will be doing soon with the Airstream, or downsizing our lives, bring it.
I'd like to know, is anyone here already living a minimalist lifestyle? Because we'd love to learn from you, and we're not experts in this field yet. We are just dabbling, and we really cut down our lifestyle. We bought this Airstream. We bought a truck to pull it. Like, we don't own too much, and our jobs are pretty mobile. So luckily we can be anywhere, and as long as we have internet, we can work.
Yeah, I'd love to know who else is doing this. It'd even be cool to meet up, see who else is part of this community. A lot of people are asking about our nose piercings. No, it's completely off topic, but yeah, we both have our nose pierced. I actually just got a second one. You can see it. So now I have 2 on one nostril, and I'm going to do a double hoop. Hope that answers your question.
So I like all these questions. I'm trying my best to minimalize. Have you guys heard of the 30 by 30 challenge?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think that was in the documentary Minimalism, which is on Netflix, which I would recommend watching. It's pretty good. I've heard of it.
So like you have to eat 30 cheeseburgers on your 30th birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'd love that.
That's it. You can go for it. It's choosing 30 items of like clothing, and you have to wear those for
you're right.
3 months or something.
No, it's 30 days, 30 items of clothing. So that is 1 shirt, 1 pants, 2 socks is 4 items, right? So, and an underwear. So throw that in there. So 5 items. So you have 30 items, including necklaces, including watches, and try making new outfits every day.
Well, we do that all the time because we're always living out of a carry-on suitcase. The key is accessories.
But that counts to your 30.
Well. That's fine.
But yeah, that is a cool challenge.
I'd rather have more accessories than clothes, because then you can they always just like, it makes you look like you're wearing a different outfit if you just change your necklace.
I bet we have. I bet we've automatically already done this challenge and not even known it. Like traveling out of a suitcase with 30 items for a month.
I went to the One Tree Hill tour with me in Wilmington. Really? What? That's so cool. Okay, if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with One Tree Hill. So that's funny. Someone just said that they went there, the same event that I went to. Very awesome.
Is it expensive to move to an Airstream? Not if you do it the way we're doing it.
Initially, it is.
Yeah, it can be as much as you want, basically. But we bought a 40-year-old Airstream. Brand new, these things are $150,000 US.
To 200,000, I've seen.
Incredible amount of money, which there's no way you're ever spending that. So we bought a used one for 13,000 and then spending whatever to fix it up. So we have to figure out how much it'll be to totally fix it up, but it would be a fraction of what a brand new one costs, and we get custom. We get to our liking.
Our friends right now are buying houses, and it's costing so much money. The market is insane. So we are initially putting like a big chunk of money towards the Airstream to get it to how we want it to be, and we decided not to do it or like renovate everything ourselves. We're helping out a little bit because we'd rather be doing what we're really good at and pay someone to do what they're really good at. If we can help along the way, great. So it's costing us a little bit more. You could do it by yourself. We just don't have the time or experience.
Yeah, and we will be putting up a video and a blog post breaking down the price of everything, because I think that's very important. Because we're basically buying our dream home, except we're making it. So yeah, we could have just settled for the Airstream when we bought it for 13,000 because it had a working washroom, a working sink, a working oven, but it wasn't ours. It felt like we were kind of moving into someone's like old place, and we wanted to renovate it. We wanted it to be ours, to be like futuristic, solar panels and compost toilets and like tablets and all these like cool things to make it an off-the-grid film studio. So we definitely factor that into our budget. So I think you can do it way cheaper than we did, but it also costs way more to go brand new.
Yeah. And we like, this is what we're going to be spending a lot of our time in. We're going to be living in it. So we wanted to make it ours and really love it so much. And I think it would be a great idea I thought of on the blog. If you don't know, we have a blog called hopscotchtheglobe.com where all our videos are, plus more photos and written posts and stuff. But there we can do a budget breakdown monthly or like every other month of how much it costs to live in an Airstream. If that's something that interests you, let us know as well.
What we use to pull the Airstream. We bought a truck. So we bought a pickup truck, and that's how we're going to tow it. So
Some beast.
Yeah, we chose to get a truck separate from the trailer rather than getting an RV where you can drive and like have access to the back. So we have two separate things so that we can park the Airstream and still have use of the truck to go and get groceries and drive around. We didn't want to have to pack up the whole Airstream every time we wanted to move.
Yeah, I love that truck. I feel so badass driving it because it's huge.
Yeah. Sarah Den said, please comment before I go to sleep. How did you guys meet? And how long were you apart while solo traveling? We'll make it quick. We've been together 13 years. We met in high school, and we were apart for probably 4 months at a time at two separate occasions while traveling.
More than that. We did long distance during college. We did like 4 years of long distance, including traveling alone. And you know what? Solo travel is awesome. We love it.
Highly recommend it. I actually want to go on some more trips solo.
You should.
I'd like it.
You should. Totally.
Where do you want to go in Canada?
Everywhere. Whoa. I want to go north. I really want to go to the Yukon. People keep asking about kids. They really want to know if we're going to have babies.
Why?
We're gonna bow, chicka bow. Yeah.
I'm so turned on.
I want kids, and we aren't gonna stop traveling for nothing. They're gonna join us, these little adventures.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep doing what we're doing now. And people can tell us, oh, but you don't know until you have kids. Yeah, I've seen other people doing it. They're traveling with their children, and we are going to too.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't want our kids to change our lives. We want our lives to change our kids.
Yes. They're going to learn so much being on the road. Do we own a house? No, we do not. We were renting and we gave everything up. Our lives are in 20 boxes.
Yeah,
now.
We are moving. In case you guys
are just tuning
in, this is what we purchased. This is about today's topic, being a minimalist. Can you guys see that there? Maybe up here. That's the Airstream. That's what we bought. So we cut down our lives to live in there.
Have we been to Alaska? Oh no, but we would love to. Alaska looks so beautiful.
We'll be there.
We will be there, definitely.
I hate these questions and I have to say no. Like I would just want to have been there already, but I guess it leaves more mystery.
Of course, we're gonna spend the whole year going on these trips. We'll be in Alaska before you know it.
Look at that! Someone wants us to adopt them. Wow! How do you even know we're gonna be good parents?
Oh my tongue! It's so red. I was eating cinnamon heart.
We might be terrible parents. You have no idea.
We will not be terrible parents. If we adopt you, I will give you cinnamon hearts.
That's it.
Whenever you want.
That's your dinner.
Unless there's only a little bit left and I'm eating them.
Have you been to... Everyone is very curious to where have we been. You know where I want to go? Space. I want to go to space before I die.
We're going to vlog from space. I want to be the first travel vlogger in space.
Yeah. That's the goal. If you guys have any hookups for space,
let us know.
Yeah.
We'll go.
We'll go. You guys are invited.
And we'll take one of you with us. How would that giveaway be?
Whoa. Biggest giveaway ever.
That would be awesome.
Henry Martinez. We would love to come to California. We want to kind of spend our Canadian winters in California. I'm done with winters for a bit. I do love winters, but I need to just be around sunshine for a while.
Yeah, I really miss the sun. I love the sun. Okay, so we should take a couple more questions. And we really love doing live chat. So
wow, it's been an hour?
It's been an hour, but it goes by fast. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
You guys are the best. Your questions are awesome. It's so nice to connect with you. Okay, so we'll do a couple more questions, and then we're gonna do live chats. I want to do them every month. If it's something that you enjoy, we will do it because we enjoy it too. Let's see, what do we got? Give us some questions.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff coming in now.
Okay, let's go to Instagram first. A lot of people want to know if we've been to the certain places. Okay, so we've got Armin Cardo. You're going to Guatemala and you want to see your family there. Do we have any tips for backpacking? We went there for a buddy moon.
But I want to tune it towards minimalism because that's what today's topic is.
Okay.
How do you pack really small for
Guatemala? Okay, that's a good one. Well, you lay out all of your clothes. First of all, it's going to be hot, I'm assuming, unless you go hiking. Oh my god, we have 25 seconds to answer you. Instagram has a cap on an hour. Okay. Take out all the stuff that you want to bring to Guatemala, lay it on your bed, and then get rid of half of that, and then pack that, and then that's all you need.
Okay.
Boom.
But you guys from Instagram should move over to YouTube so you can tune in for the last remaining like 5 or 10 minutes.
We love you guys. Thanks for tuning in on Instagram.
Hey, you guys stay here on YouTube. Stay here. We're not going anywhere. Okay. Apparently Instagram has a cap. We're only allowed to talk for an hour.
All right, YouTube. How have you noticed downsizing has impacted your travel experiences? Great question. I find that it has been so good because I know where everything is in my bag because I only bring a carry-on. I don't have to really worry about packing my bag and repacking my bag. Takes way less time. It's less to carry, so it's not as heavy and a weight on my back, my shoulders, if I'm wearing my backpack. It's great because we don't have to check your bag if you bring little, because if I just have a carry-on, I can just put it on the overhead cabinet above me on the plane, so I don't have to worry about losing my luggage.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits.
Perks.
I think you listed a lot of good ones.
Yeah, it's the way to go. I'm telling you. You really don't need much.
Will it be hard to go from 20 boxes to 10? So basically, if you guys didn't see, we're living out of 20 of these. We've cut down our entire lives to be 20 of these boxes. That includes dishes, clothes, everything is in these boxes. So as we cut down, we always try and cut it again and again and again. And I think we started at probably 30 boxes, and then we got rid of 5 and 5 more and other things around. So it's becoming easier. Yeah. Actually.
I feel like so much lighter. And I feel like when I'm traveling with less, I can focus more on the experiences of being there and like the purpose of me being there in the first place. I might have to do a little bit more laundry, but I mean, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I find like the more I narrow down the stuff I have, the more I love everything I own, because I'm always keeping the best of the best of the best stuff that I really love. So now every single item that I touch, I like have a connection to.
It actually feels really nice. I feel happier because like when I put on this sweater, it's one of my most like my favorite sweater. It's so comfortable. I feel so good when I put it on. And just like every other item of clothing, I just feel so good when I put it on. It makes me like, it starts my day off so nicely. Okay, so let's do 2 more questions.
We did not cut down our film gear though. Well, you know what? We kind of did. We had 2 tripods. We got rid of 1. We had a slider. Did we keep that slider?
No, we tossed the slider.
No, we tossed the slider.
I believe so.
So we cut down on a lot. Old GoPros we sold or gave them to friends or family. So we don't have too much. We have like 2 cameras and
a drone.
a drone, and like that's pretty much it, and some GoPros. Yeah.
It all fits into a backpack and
another
little carry-on.
This is our bag. This is our camera
showed
bag.
it earlier, but this is how we make our videos.
Yeah.
This is our main camera. The Sony A7S Mark II. We just got this baby. I love it. Okay, there was one really good question here.
Any tips on?
That's a good one too. Okay, last question. Do you have any tips for starting to minimalize?
Yeah, so if you guys are tuning in, I assume that you saw what this is about. It's about minimizing your life and maximizing your experiences, and tips on starting that process of minimizing. And you'll find as you start throwing out things that you really don't care about. So ask yourself whether this gives me value. My phone, if I touch my cell phone, this gives me a lot of value. There's no way I'm giving it up. But if I see something like this fake candle, is this really adding to my life?
Am I using it?
Yeah, is it just sitting there, or is it useful to me? And if it's not, you start cutting that out, and you start cutting that out, and you're only left with things that mean something to you and that are useful.
Start small. Really start small. Like pick maybe your closet, for example, or a drawer, and go through that drawer and think about all the stuff that you'll be like that you use on a regular basis, and the stuff that's just been sitting there for a while. Get rid of that stuff that's been sitting there for a while. Your brain is going to try to convince you that you need it, but really like say, is it bringing value? If your automatic response is no, and even though your brain's going to be like, but it might in the future, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. But start small and then go from there. That's what we've been doing. We've been doing it bit by bit by bit by bit.
Yeah. And it starts to get faster, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We even watched that Minimalist movie on Netflix, which was a big help for us because it showed us other people doing it and a lot of like-minded people minimizing, and it really helped us like cut down all these like boxes. We got rid of like 10 boxes that day and donated so much.
Yeah, it's made our lives so much richer and freer. Yes, freedom. We feel both so much more free not being attached to so many things, and the things that we do have we love and we use all the time. It just frees up so much mental and physical space that I just feel like a big relief has like happened. Like just a big weight has been taken off my shoulder.
Exactly, yeah. Have you ever carried around a heavy backpack all day? And you get home, what's the first thing you want to do is whip off that backpack. It's like extra weight. Like you don't need this shit. That is what it feels like to cut down on stuff that you have in your life. It's
a high. It's a natural high.
Yeah, you feel just like, wow, like exactly what you experience.
Yeah, and I really want to focus on the things that really do matter, and that's connection with people, community, us.
That's a funny comment, sorry.
Someone
said, I love you guys, but they spelt it gays and then corrected themselves.
I love
That's
it.
Funny.
I love it. Yeah, that was awesome.
That's
it.
Guys,
it's all about community and connection with people and nature, and that's what I want more of. And and I hope that this community continues to grow and we continue to interact with each other. Not just you guys interacting with us and us back with you, but with each other. You guys are awesome. We met several of you in person and over the years, and you are awesome. So reach out to each other, get to know each other. Building connections with other humans is more important than material things.
Yeah, and if you guys want us to stop by and visit you guys on the road, we've done that. You know, in the past, we've met up with different subscribers and like this is like
meetups.
Yeah, we're in this community together. So like, even if we stop on our road trip and visit you guys or see people or chill at your place or have a bonfire in the backyard, you guys can get a tour of the Airstream. Like, I want to meet more of you. I want to meet more people.
Yeah. Thanks guys for tuning in. It's been over an hour, so we don't want to make you guys watch this for too much longer. We will continue to do live chats every month. Let's say that for now, and see how it goes. If you've been enjoying these live chats, let us know. And if you also have a topic for next month, leave a comment below and let us know what topic we should focus on. Thanks so much for tuning in, and yeah, it's been really good. I think it was a good chat.
Yeah, that was fun.
We love you guys.
Thanks for watching.
If I could give you all these cinnamon hearts, I would. I'll eat one for you though. Bye guys.